Welcome to the podcast, The Colours of Womanhood. I'm your host, Chaya. The Colours of Womanhood aims to meet women exactly where they are, no matter the stage of life. As a woman who once was a girl, as a woman who transitioned from girlhood into young womanhood, marked by the onset of menstruation, as a woman who must stand up for herself and create her own path, as a woman who seeks to enjoy life, though it may not always be possible, as a woman who knows the complexities of motherhood, or perhaps doesn't, as a woman with children of her own, or a woman raising someone else's children, from a woman living in sub-Saharan Africa to one residing in France. The Colours of Womanhood tells the story of female health, women and their purpose, women and the importance of yoga in their lives. It explores women's unique relationship with their health, the influence of culture, and the deep connection women have with their inner selves. It invites women to reflect on what that connection means and the untapped potential they possess to fully embrace their health and womanhood. Today's meditation is based upon the conversation I had with Rania Nuhdi, in which we talked about the no that a woman can hear in her life. And so this meditation is going to guide you through when you might have heard the no, where do you feel it in your body, and how can we start changing that no into a yes? How can we start releasing that no? So feel that you get comfortable in your meditation posture. You're going to place your hands in Guana Chin Mudra, so you curl the index finger up, placing it at the root of your thumbs. Bring your hand palms on your knees for Guan Mudra. For Chin Mudra, you have your hand palms turned up to the sky. And just take your time to really settle in into your meditation posture, gently closing your eyes and taking a moment to really feel your whole physical body and what is all going on inside of your physical body. You can feel that in your upper body, in your lower body. Really taking the full awareness of your physical body from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes, the front, the back, and the sides. And feel how you make length through your spine without overstretching it. Visualizing your spine long, strong, straight, your neck aligned with your spine and your head in the middle as if it's balancing on top of your neck. Your chin is a little bit into the space of the throat. And just gently, at one time, a shoulder roll, and with the exhalation, feel how you release that deeper into your arms. Feeling your hands in mudra on your knees. Feeling the front of your upper body, your belly, the rib cage, the chest, the heart space, your throat, and your face. And noticing your face, how your eyes are closed. Are they just simply closed? Looking forwards? Are they closed and you feel still a lot of movement happening inside of your eyes, behind the eyelids? Notice then that there's still a lot of thinking happening, responding. Create that space to start turning your eyes softly upwards, focusing them at the center in between the eyebrows. Space called Brahmatya, in which you place the flame of a candle that's still immobile, but it has a strong light, and you're going to keep your eyes focused on that strong dot of light while you travel through your whole body. To feel the lower part of your body, your bottom, your legs and your feet. And really let those parts that are in contact with the ground really become present on the ground. And also with that, the more you can feel those parts of your body on the ground, you're creating much more your foundation.
your stability, and there is that support to allow you to release in your physical body. So notice as you take the awareness of your full physical body, that with each exhalation, you want to release a little bit more into your physical body, while you feel the lower part of your body in contact with the ground, while you feel the length through your spine upwards, the eyes focused in Brahmatya. And from here you become aware of your breath. Where is your breath in your body? And if you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, you can start Ujjayi, contracting the glottis in the space of the throat. You start producing that soft snoring sound, just like the sound of the waves on the ocean. And it's a sound that you really want to connect with and listen to. Is it any thoughts that you notice coming in? Maybe there's a deeper Ujjayi that lets you go into the breath rather than into those thoughts or into those emotions. And your breath, your Ujjayi breath, together with the gaze up at the center in between the eyebrows, those two are needed to enter into your neutral observation, being that neutral inner witness called drashta. And in drashta is that you can see the who or what inside of you is responding, is reacting, what is really yours, what isn't. And you're observing that neutrally. And it can be at all the different levels in the physical body, mental body, the thoughts and the emotions, energetically, possibly spiritually. So feel that you want to stimulate more and more the connection to your breath, ideally Ujjayi, your eyes focused in Brahmatya. And at the same time, you want to create a strong root down to the center of Mother Earth. So from the base of the spine or the perineum, create a strong root down, and as if you hook that in at the center of Mother Earth. And when you hook that in, it's as if there is a realignment happening all the way upwards through the perineum, through the spine, the neck, the crown of your head. As if from there's a vacuum opening upwards, a kind of V shape, as you're part of this huge universe. But also when hooking that root in at the center of Mother Earth, is also to realign yourself and to understand where did you go away from your center, from your own energy. So take a few deeper in and exhalations. You can have maybe an exhalation through the mouth so that you feel that that exhalation can carry away anything that feels heavy for you. Again, physically, mentally, emotionally. And in order to release the physical body more and to prepare it for really entering into meditation, we're going to have a journey through the whole body. Bring the awareness in each part of our body, giving that 2 in and exhalations. And when we're in that part of the body, we really want to feel from the outside on the skin, going inwards. And very often we connect first to the muscles, to the bones, that what feels heavy and in a way more present. But you also want to see if maybe you can connect to the cells, to water, to flow of blood, as if you could kind of renew that, bring more oxygen in. So you continue Ujjayi breath, your eye focused in Brahmatya. Become aware of your right foot, feeling the sole of your right foot, the heel, the top of your foot, your toes. And have the 2 deep in and exhalations and feel what you can release, knowing that at the endpoints of the nerves in the sole of your foot. Continuing up with your lower leg, the front, the back, the calf. Really being present in that part of your body. Going up to the knee and the knee cavity. And while you're in that part of your body and you feel that there is something that you can release, or you become aware of something that might feel stagnated, or there's tension, and when you focus on awareness in there, your breath, at the same time you might notice that there's tension elsewhere in your body, that something isn't flowing elsewhere in your body while you're in that one particular part of your body. So really become aware of how your body is communicating. Continue up into your upper leg, the front, the back, and the sides, including the groin and the hip. Coming up to the right buttock, 2 in and exhalations into the right buttock, and feel that's really the part on which you're sitting on. And feel from there, when you release more there, how that goes down into your leg. And just while you're in the right buttock, have a short retention of your breath. You can contract the perineum. If you're familiar with Mula Bandha, you can use Mula Bandha. And then from there, deeply exhale down through your whole right leg, down through your right foot, back at the center of Mother Earth. When you're there, hold again your breath. Contract the perineum, Mula Bandha. Feel on the right side. Connecting to the left side, taking a deep inhalation up to your left foot. Feeling your whole left foot, the sole of your foot, the heel, the toes, the top of your foot. Again, 2 deeper breaths in the left foot. The lower leg, the front of your leg, and the calf. Notice how Ujjayi breath is responding. Sometimes it becomes stronger, maybe when you're in a part when where there's more tension. Sometimes it's more at the surface. If you notice that you're forgetting about Ujjayi, see that you bring Ujjayi back. Continue with your left knee, your knee cavity. Your upper leg, the front, the back, the sides, the thigh and the hamstring. And obviously as well, anything else that you can connect to in that side of your body. Including the groin and the hip. Into the left buttock. Also 2 breaths in the left buttock. And then briefly hold your breath there. Contract the perineum or use Mula Bandha. Feel again that realignment and the very presence. And as you're going to release the perineum, Mula Bandha, you deeply exhale down through your whole left leg, back down to the center of the earth. When you're there, hold the breath, use Mula Bandha. Feel on your left side. Then taking a deep inhalation up through the soles of your feet, so both sides, up through both legs, coming all the way up into the pelvic bowl. Also feel that at the back with the bottom and the lower back. Then from there, via the back, you're going to deeply inhale through your spine, feeling at the same time the lower back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, up into the neck, and deeply exhale down there. Letting your new inhalation again go all the way up, doing the same. Deeply exhale. Again, one more time, only the inhalation up through the spine. And when you come at the top of the spine, the space of the neck, then from there, exhale down into your shoulders, down into your arms. Feel how you release more inside of your arms. Your hands without in mudra, without any tension. Keep letting the inhalation go up via your hand palms and the back of your arms as a soft caress, just above the skin, kind of tingling sensation, but a kind of full presence and energy when you arrive into the armpits. When you're there, hold the breath, contract the perineum or Mula Bandha. It's as if that energy wants to continue, just like water pushing against the dam. So see when you inhale, so that releases and continues up through the neck, the back of your head, exhaling towards the ears. With your next inhalation a bit higher at the back of your head, exhaling towards the temples. The crown of your head. And imagine as if there's a soft touch, a soft hand on the crown of your head that lets the whole back of your body release even more. Feeling that also at the front, to feel that in your face. Notice if your eyes are still focused on that dot of light, the center in between your eyebrows, Brahmatya. While you're releasing the whole face, feel that particularly in the jaws, inside your mouth. Going to the space of the throat where there is Ujjayi. And connect more to Ujjayi, connecting to the wave on the ocean. The inhalation, the wave goes forwards towards the shore. When you exhale, the wave goes backwards. And when that wave goes backwards, it leaves a lot of stuff behind. See, with that exhalation, as if you can leave things behind that you don't need inside that aren't yours. So just a few times, Ujjayi really at the level of the throat. The inhalation moves forwards like a wave. The exhalation, it goes backwards as a wave. And continue. And notice already that how the breath might be expanding. You want to have that inhalation very present, very kind of long, becoming longer, more present. Be slower. And the same for the exhalation. And when you exhale, still with the awareness in the throat, notice as well if your belly is going backwards, that you can already make your navel point a bit more active. But if you feel that the breath is still a bit higher, then already you can let that part of your body become much more included as well with the breath. And feel as well in the space of the throat, is it easy to be there with Ujjayi, or does it feel blocked? Observe all those things in Drashta. With your next exhalation with Ujjayi, bring the breath into the chest, the heart, and the rib cage. When you inhale, feel the chest and the heart go forwards, the rib cage expands sideways, and feel, make it really as if it feels like you're exaggerating, but you really give it just that space. And when you exhale, heart it comes back into the middle. Do that 2 more times. With the next exhalation, let it go down into your belly and notice how you arrive in your belly. Is there resistance, or do you feel the whole space of your belly? Is your breath in your belly? Again, in Drashta, coming into your belly. If you notice it's difficult to be present in your belly or to breathe in your belly, you can bring your hands on the belly and then feel what you want to start stimulating. Is the belly going forwards on the inhalation, the belly going backwards on the exhalation? So when you have your hands on your belly, feel that the belly pushes gently the hands forwards when you inhale. When you exhale, feel how the hands are gently being pulled inwards, backwards towards the spine. Continue a few rounds, consciously breathing in your belly with Ujjayi, while you're still focused in Brahmadhyana, that center in between the eyebrows, where you have the flame of the candle, still immobile. And notice, while you continue breathing in your belly, notice your whole body, your whole physical body, how your awareness has traveled through your physical body, how you might feel more stable. Maybe you've become completely immobile and you're so connected to your breath. So continue with your breath, with Ujjayi. A few more rounds, the belly going forwards on the inhalation, the belly going backwards on the exhalation. And then with the next inhalation, we're going to have the full yoga breath. So you inhale from the lower belly up through the whole belly, the rib cage, the chest, the throat, imagining it up at the center in between the eyebrows. And then from there is a deep, long exhalation down. And notice when you inhale and the inhalation stops, for instance, at the diaphragm, you can hold your breath for 2 seconds and then inhale a little bit more. It's as if that inhalation jumps over that block where it feels blocked. And therefore you have inhaled a little bit more, and therefore you can exhale a bit deeper. You continue the full yoga breath, the full inhalation upwards. At the top of the inhalation, you can hold your breath for 3-4 seconds. You can contract the perineum or use Mula Bandha. Feel also there again what you can release deeper. And use that exhalation to go deeper into that release, but also feeling how you can exhale deeper. As very often we only exhale for a small amount, whereas there's much more space to go down. At the end of the exhalation, hold your breath. Contract the perineum Mula Bandha. You continue a few rounds in silence, the full yoga breath. And if you're familiar with Khichdi Mudra, you can place the point of your tongue against the palate. You can place it at the back of the palate if you're using it more often. If it's new but you want to try, you place it at the palate just behind the teeth. When it gets uncomfortable, you release and then you try again. If you notice that's distracting you too much from the full yoga breath, then just don't use Khichdi Mudra. And you're fully present with and on each breath, each inhalation, each exhalation. Feeling that the retention helps to let a new breath become fuller, becomes more present. You can go higher, deeper, lower. And as you continue that, really feel the spaces through which your breath is moving. So feeling that from the lower belly, maybe really imagining it coming from the perineum. Remember how we had that root down at the center of the earth? So the perineum, the lower belly, the navel area, the heart space, the throat, just above the center in between the eyebrows. And from there, the exhalation down, going through those same spaces. And we're on the path of breathing on the path of the chakras. And we can extend even that inhalation upwards. When we come into Agnya chakra, just that center above the eyebrow center, we can let the awareness go to the back of the head and from there to the crown. So continue Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi breath and the full yoga breath. A few more rounds. Really focus on those spaces of the chakras, the perineum, the lower belly, the navel, the right side of the navel, more specifically, the right side of the heart, the throat, space at your forehead, the back of the head, crown of the head, crown of the head, back of the head, center of the forehead, the throat, right side of the heart, right side of the navel, lower belly, perineum. Continue. Continue letting the awareness go through the spaces, the physical spaces of your body, in connection with the chakras, the perineum, Muladhara, and the lower belly, Swadhisthana, the right side of your navel, Manipura, the heart space, Anahat, the throat, Vishuddhi, the center of your forehead, Agnya chakra, the back of your head, Bindu, the crown of your head, Sahasrara. Exhaling Sahasrara, Bindu, Ajna, Vishuddhi, Anahat, Manipura, Swaristan, Muladhara. Inhaling Muladhara, Swaristan, Manipura, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Ajna, Bindu, Sahasrara. Sahasrara, Bindu, Ajna, Vishuddhi, Anahat, Manipura, Swaristan, Muladhara. Continue a few more rounds with the full yoga breath, the awareness in the chakras. And we bring that awareness of the chakras there, because that's very often where we feel that we're holding something as if that energy is not flowing there. So when we breathe more consciously through that, in drashta, or neutral observation, that's when we start observing that. So continue that breath. And while you have your gaze strongly focused, while you're with Ujjayi, while you know drashta, your neutral observation, you're going to recall a situation in your life where you were told no. You were told no. Where does that no come up? How is your breath responding when you hear that no, when you see that situation? And remember, you're not entering into that situation, into the emotions that come with that situation. You're in drashta. You want to see where that no is living inside of you. And that no is still determining particular things of you. Maybe how you relate to yourself, to other people, to what you're doing on a daily basis, to a pattern that comes back, to words that repeating themselves. So have that image, that situation where you were told a no. And it can be a no when you were a child that made such a huge impression because you really, really wanted to do something, maybe something that was creative or adventurous. And you've never been able to shake off that no. Or it's been when you were getting older, maybe you were as a teenager, maybe having a boyfriend who said no to you, or maybe a parent who had particular dreams of you going to university, whereas you wanted to do something completely differently, but you had to go and do the other thing. Afterwards, when you were older, anything, any situation that you can remember where you were told to no, and that you know that you responded to, but responded to in is that your body picked it up, your breath picked it up. Trying to continue your Ujjayi breath, your full yoga breath. And especially if something unpleasant comes up, see that you make your breath again a little bit deeper. And when you're aware, where you can feel that, yeah, maybe it's in the belly, maybe it's a particular organ, maybe in the throat. See if you can focus completely on that part of your body and that you bring your breath there. So that might be just a movement forwards and backwards, breathing in that whole space where you can feel that no, and using that exhalation to make it softer, to give that space again, to give that organ space, that part of your body space, your breath space in that part. And maybe if it feels dark, give it a lighter color with each single breath. And knowing and repeating to yourself that you're not determined by that no. You were not able to change that no. And again, there's no judgment on not having been able to do that. You're in drashta. So continue breathing into that no, into where that feels in your body. And maybe you remember the scene, and maybe that's visual on the space of your forehead. But you're in drashta. Remember, that's why your drashta is so important, that neutral observation. Yeah, so that in your meditation, you can see it, revisit it, revisit it in such a way that you can change it, that you can change how you've related to it, that you can change how it has impacted you, that you can change your own behavior, that you can create, that you can get that feeling that you have an opportunity, that there is a possibility. That if you have that image, that scene on the space of your forehead, just stay there for a few more rounds of breathing. And then you're going to erase that. And we're also going to erase that no in the part of your body where you feel that. And we're going to change that into a yes. A yes. So bring that yes into that part of your body. Maybe you can even recreate a scenario on the space of your forehead. You were told a yes. How would you have responded? What would you have done? How would have that felt inside? What colors come up? How deeper is your breath? Feel that yes. Maybe balloons go up. Feel how that yes is inside. It's a yes for you. You, as a woman, you're supposed to be, that you can be. Your life, a full yes. Feel that yes internally, inside. Breathe in that yes. Breathe that in and out in that part of your body where you've carried so long that no. Give it that yes. Give it light. Give it color. Feel what starts flowing. It might even let you feel that what you had always visualized, how you would be as a woman, how you could be as a woman. You feel that that's there. Yes. Feel the energy that comes with a yes. Really create that image on your forehead in Shirakash. How that yes looks like for you. How do you look like in all the different ways? How are you? Who are you with that yes? What is all of a sudden possible with that yes? What is improving physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically? Give it a few more rounds of deep breathing, that full yes, the fullness of who you are. You have everything inside you to be in that yes. And gently erase that scene of your forehead. Also again, going out of that particular part of your body. Starting again the full yoga breath all the way through the center from the perineum, Muladhara chakra, all the way up to the crown of your head, Sahasrara. And from there, deeply exhale. After 3 more rounds, the full yoga breath. The feeling that in a way that excitement of the yes, you kind of neutralize that. It's present, but you soften again in the breath. Letting the breath come back into your belly. And via the space of your forehead, Shirakash, you observe Indrashta internally. Having gone through your yes, what has shifted? What feels differently inside? What feels freer? Then we're going to deeply inhale for 3 times the mantra Om, followed by Shanti mantra. Inhale. Shanti mantra, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Deeply inhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Deeply inhale and deeply exhale. Let your breath come back again, really in the physical body. Bring your awareness back into your physical body. You can gently move your toes, your feet, your fingers, your hands, bringing a little bit of movement in the upper body. And maybe with your gaze fixed down or your hands in front of your eyes, you're gently going to open your eyes. And then when you're ready, you either bring the hands away or you let the gaze come up. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you for joining us on the Colours of Womanhood. Whether you found a piece of yourself in today's story or it opened a new perspective, I hope it reminded you that your path, in all its colours, is valid, sacred, and worth honouring. If you're curious to explore your energy levels and reconnect with your inner energetic potential, I invite you to download Energize In, a free resource designed to give you a gentle yet powerful taster of what's possible when you tune into your feminine vitality. You'll find the link in the show notes. If this episode moved you, feel free to share it with a sister, a friend, or someone navigating their own womanhood. And if you feel called, leave a review or message. I love hearing what resonates. Until next time, keep listening to your body, nurturing your spirit, and embracing the full spectrum of your womanhood wherever you are in the world.